If you've recently turned 60 or beyond, congratulations, you've reached a remarkable milestone. For decades, you've poured your energy into building a life, holding down jobs, raising families, supporting loved ones, and meeting countless obligations. But now, as you enter this new phase, whether you see it as retirement, a second act, or simply your moment, something shifts. You begin to notice that life isn't about piling up more achievements or possessions. It's about making thoughtful choices, and sometimes the wisest choice is to let go, not because you've failed, but because you've earned the right to live differently. In this guide, we'll walk through 9 things you might consider releasing after 60. These aren't rules or judgments, they're invitations to embrace more ease, fulfillment, and freedom. Drawn from years of conversations with people in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, these insights reveal what it means to thrive in this season of life. Stick with me until the end. The final point might just spark a new perspective for your next chapter. Let's start with something that might feel unexpected. Stop saving out of fear. Saving money has probably been a cornerstone of your financial life. You've heard the advice: save for emergencies, save for retirement, save for the unknown. And that diligence has carried you far. But after 60, if fear is still driving your saving habits, it might be time to rethink things. Here's what I mean. Saving is a means to an end, a way to ensure your future self has security and options. But what happens when that future is now? What if you've built a solid nest egg? Your essentials are covered, yet you're still afraid to spend. I once met a woman named Margaret, a retired teacher with over $1.5 million saved, no mortgage, and a comfortable pension. Even so, she hesitated at every expense. When her husband proposed a weekend getaway, she'd freeze. "What if we need that money later?" she'd ask. I posed a different question. What if later never arrives the way you imagine? What if you miss out on now? The shift isn't about spending everything. It's about trust. Trust in the work you've already done, the plans you've made, the life you've secured. If your basics are in place, your savings aren't just a safety net, they're a tool for living fully. Picture this: a cruise with your best friend, a special gift for your grandkids, or a cozy night out without second guessing. That's not reckless. It's rewarding yourself for decades of effort. So instead of clinging to, "What if I run out?" try asking, "What's worth enjoying today?" Your money should serve your life, not the other way around. Now that you're open to spending, let's refine it. Stop spending on things that don't light you up. It's easy to fall into autopilot, buying stuff because it's what you've always done, because someone expects it, or because it's on sale. But after 60, your resources deserve to reflect what matters most to you. Consider James, a 67-year-old I spoke with recently. He used to drop thousands annually on tech upgrades, obligatory gifts, and clearance rack impulse buys. Yet the memory that stood out? A $500 fishing trip with his brother. 2 days of stories, laughter, and quiet by the lake. That trip outshone every gadget he'd ever owned. It showed him the difference between spending and investing in joy. Your money should flow toward what makes your heart sing. Maybe it's a plane ticket to see a faraway friend, a class to master a new skill, or a comfy chair that eases your aches. Or maybe it's simpler: coffee with a neighbor, a donation to a cause you love, a walk in the woods with no agenda. Before you swipe your card, pause and ask, does this add meaning, or is it just clutter? Let go of guilt-driven purchases, status symbols, or habits that don't fit anymore. You've earned the right to spend with purpose and to savor every moment it brings. Next up, stop trading your time for money unless it still feels worth it. For years, your time and income were linked. Work meant a paycheck, and that paycheck built your world. It was a fair trade then. But now, after 60, the equation changes. Time becomes the real treasure. Are you still working because you love it, or because you're scared to stop? Does your job spark joy, or does it just fill your days? I'm not saying quit tomorrow. Some people thrive on work well into their later years. Take Emily, a nurse who adored her job. At 63, she brushed off retirement questions with, "I'll stop when it stops feeling right." She worked until 68, then retired on her terms, content and proud. That's the goal choice, not obligation. But I've also seen the flip side. Folks clinging to roles they resent, unsure who they'd be without the title. If that's you, hear this. You can earn more money, but you can't earn more time. Every hour spent on a draining job is an hour not spent on what you love. whether that's gardening, volunteering, or just sitting with a good book. If work fuels your soul, keep it. If it saps your spirit, let it go. You've paid your dues. Now trade time for what fills you up instead. Here's a big one. Stop delaying the experiences you dream about. How often have you said, "I'll do it later"? That trip, that hobby, that long overdue visit. Later feels safe, but it's a mirage. After 60, waiting can mean missing out. I once knew a man named Robert who longed to play guitar. He had the funds, the free time, everything, yet he kept pushing it off. Next summer, he'd say. Then a minor health scare jolted him awake. He didn't wait another day, signed up for lessons, and 6 months later, he was strumming with a grin. He wasn't Jimi Hendrix, but he was happy. That's what matters. What's your guitar? A cross-country road trip? A cooking class? A call to someone you miss? Don't wait for permission or perfect conditions. They won't come. Fear often hides behind procrastination. Fear of failing, fear of stepping out of routine, fear of prioritizing yourself. But you're not too old, and it's not too late. Start small if you need to. Book the ticket, buy the paintbrush, make the plan. Life's too rich to keep on hold. Say yes today. Your future self will thank you. Now let's talk health. Stop letting it slide. This isn't about shame, it's about reality. You might think of your post-60 years in terms of quantity, how long you've got left. But quality matters more. Without health, even the best-laid plans fade. Imagine two scenarios, $20 million but constant pain and exhaustion, or $1 million with vitality and strength. Most would pick the latter, yet many act like they're chasing the former. The good news, you don't need drastic changes. Small steps add up. Walking 20 minutes daily, swapping soda for water, stretching to ease stiffness, or trying a senior-friendly yoga class. These aren't about vanity. They're about staying mobile, independent, and engaged. Your body's like a car. It needs tune-ups to keep running smoothly. Skip the maintenance and the ride gets bumpy. So make that checkup. Take that stroll. Cook one nourishing meal this week. Start now and build the energy to match your dreams. Here's a freeing one. Stop caring so much about others' opinions. All your life, you've navigated expectations. Be the perfect spouse, worker, neighbor. It shaped you, and that's okay. But after 60, it's time to ask, whose life am I living? Take Thomas, a 65-year-old who secretly wanted to try salsa dancing. He held back, worried he'd look foolish. What if I trip? What if they laugh? He'd say. I asked, what if they don't? And even if they do, why does it matter? He took the plunge and it transformed him. Not because he won trophies, but because he chose himself. Age brings a gift, the freedom to shrug off judgment. Wear that loud shirt. Say no to draining invites. Pursue what excites you. No excuses. A hospice nurse once noted the top regret of the dying. I wish I'd lived for me, not others. Don't let that be you. Release the weight of approval. Be bold, be real, be you, because the only approval you need now is your own. This might surprise you. Stop drowning in negative news. Staying informed is smart, but gorging on daily disasters isn't. Hours of TV reports, crime, conflict, chaos can make the world feel hopeless. And that heaviness, it seeps into your mind and body. Ever met someone who felt refreshed after 3 hours of news? Me neither. But I've seen people lighten up when they cut back. The media thrives on fear. It's a business, not your friend. After 60, your attention is precious. Why spend it on what you can't fix? There's still beauty out there, acts of kindness, stunning sunsets, shared laughs. Focus there instead. Check the headlines, sure, but set limits. Skip the 24/7 cycle. Seek out stories that inspire, not paralyze. Ask, is this making me better or just stressed? You've earned peace. Don't let the noise steal it. Here's a balance to strike. Stop neglecting your finances, but don't let them rule you. Some avoid money talk entirely. It's too complicated, they say, shoving statements in a drawer. That's a mistake. After 60, clarity is key. How much do you need monthly? What if expenses spike? A solid plan brings calm, not chaos. Then there's the opposite. Overthinkers who fret over every penny. Can I afford this coffee? They wonder, missing the point. You saved for decades not to hoard, but to enjoy. Review your budget, consult an expert, ensure the essentials, then relax. A good plan lets you say yes to life, not no out of panic. Finally, the deepest shift: stop acting like time is endless. By 60, you've likely faced loss. A parent, a friend, a piece of your past. It's a quiet reminder life has limits, not to scare you but to wake you. We all delay, assuming we'll call that person, chase that dream, mend that rift someday. But what if this were your last year? What would you do? Who would you see? What would you say? Most know the answers instantly, yet keep waiting. Stop. Act now. Hug your kids, write that letter, take that leap. Not all at once, but step by step. This isn't about gloom, it's about honoring the gift of today. You're here alive, with chances still unfolding. Live like it counts, because it does. There you go, 9 things to release after 60, not as burdens, but as doors to a lighter, richer life. Letting go creates room for calm, for delight, for what truly lasts. Recap with me. Drop fear-based saving. Spend on joy, not junk. Value time over paychecks. Seize experiences now. Ignore the critics. Tune out the negativity. Mind your money, but don't worship it. Live fully today. What will you let go of first? Share below if you'd like. I'd love to hear. And if this resonated, pass it along to someone who needs it. Remember, it's never too late for a purposeful, connected, joyful life. See you next time. Thanks for joining me. Let's make this chapter your best yet.